Welcome back to Fallout 4, we're back in Vault 28. Don't you just love it when Fallout 4 deletes all your saves? I just love it too. So I played through the rest, the beginning of Vault 28, and we're back down on the first floor. I've got the key, but I want to read Edward's terminal. I remembered we were going to do that. I thought I'll do that first, get that out of the way. I can't believe I'm here, sat in Vault 28 drinking a cup of coffee and trying not to think about how much my leg itches inside this cast. As it turns out, getting here didn't go as smoothly as planned. In the 10 years I had spent going up and down that blasted ladder, you'd think I would have inspected it for wear and tear, but no. I guess my mind was too clouded with the goal. As I was climbing down, I heard a creak, which was followed by a snap. There was a brief moment of weightlessness as I was falling through the air, and then darkness. I awoke a little later to the sight of my leg bone poking out of my trouser leg. There was blood everywhere. I shouted for Chris for over an hour, but he never came. I tell you who did come though. Fucking mole rats. Yep. So people here seem very friendly. It's a bit of a shock on their. There was a bit of a shock in their faces when they first saw me, but it's nothing I hadn't anticipated. Afterwards, they were all full of questions about life on the surface. I've never been so tired just from telling stories. The inevitable question was asked once or twice, why did you come here? And rather than tell them the embarrassing truth, I decided to play my cards close to my chest. I just confirmed the fictional story I told Chris, that I'd heard there was a vault below that needed rescue, and that I had nothing better to do. Some buy it, some don't, but nobody pushes the matter. In other news, there doesn't seem to be an Alex here in the vault. According to records, there has never been an Alex here. Seems whoever I've been communicating with gave me a fake name. It's so strange seeing the elderly in this place. Most of them were barely out of school when they first arrived here from the surface. As such, they hardly remember their old lives at all. It's even weirder to see people who were younger than me when the bombs fell look so fragile. One gentleman I met at the cafeteria, I lost my place. The cafeteria told me that he'd happily look like me if he could just feel young again. Interesting fellow. Sounds a blast. I was escorted to the overseer's office this morning. Seemed like a nice guy, if not a little wet behind the ears. Honestly, I was genuinely surprised he was the overseer. I was asking him questions about structural integrity and the vault power regulation, and the man just looked as if my questions were hurting him. He does seem to be very interested in my skills as an engineer, though. Apparently the vault hasn't seen the likes of a senior engineer in quite some time. Some sort of catastrophe back in 2100, when the A-team... The A-team? The A-team's here? The team was tasked to remove fallen debris from the elevator shaft, and the whole thing collapsed on top of them. Ouch. The overseer says, after the tragedy became apparent, there was no engineering experts left to pass down the tricks of the trade, as it were. The current experts have only been useful in the odd patch-up here and there. I'm surprised they've lasted this long. Had another meeting with the overseer today. He's asked me if I'd be willing to take a look at the secondary elevator system that apparently has never worked. Two non-functioning means of escape. How were these people ever supposed to reach the surface? I mentioned to him that it might be easier to reach the surface using the way I came, but he declined, saying it was too dangerous with the mole rat infestation. I didn't have the heart to tell him that if they can't survive the cave I built, then they're in for quite a big shock when they reach the surface. P.S. They gave me my very own vault jumpsuit today, but then told me that wearing it isn't enforced anymore. Overseer's idea, apparently. Something about not stifling individuality. Oh, there's something up. This overseer doesn't seem to be, I don't know, he just seems to be a little bit disconnected from it. Here's the thing in this particular... So as I said, I had to reload before the mod. Here's the thing. I met Annabelle again, got the key card, but there's no ghouls. This is so weird. Now, I know that I've got to get a key card off a ghoul in the next level, but if there's no ghoul, like one of the feral ghouls, I mean, but if there's no ghoul, then I can't get the, let an engineer's do. Okay, locate the circuit board for Annabelle. Okay. If there's no ghouls, then there's no key card. Unlock both elevators, because I need both. Boom. I'll take this one. Boop. So, Friday I was supposed to have come out with a special video, but I got halfway through it. The edit on Friday afternoon, by the way. And I thought, this is never going to work. This is just not... what I've recorded, what a script I made, it's just not going to work. It's just... So I'm doing a redo of it all this week. Got the script, I've done some recording. I'm going to do voice work for it. And it's going to be a lot better. There's no ghouls here either. What the hell happened? I've got to get into the cafeteria and get a key card. Come on, Bubba. Come on, Bubba. There we go. Yes. So, by the way, but I might not read every single terminal. It's just because I think too many terminal readings and one video. I don't think people are really keen on that. There's no ghouls, no feral ghouls. What the hell happened? Look at this man here. He's in love with those boxes. Oh, he loves his boxes so much. Where's the ghouls? Oh, seriously, what the hell? Nice. Oh, this is so weird. No, there has to be some ghoul. Oh, there's one. But what happened to his... What? What happened to his friends? Where's everyone else? Well, you don't have a... Where is everyone? Or everything, even. No. Hopefully this is something that can be fixed with a reload of a save, instead of having to actually go all the way back and... start it all over again. And we have success. So I uninstalled the mod, reinstalled, and now we have the elevator access. Now let's take a little look around this floor. So I'm sure there's terminals. Oh, hello. There's one in there. I did take a little look around. Some of the terminals, like I said before, I'm not going to read all of them. Medical terminal. In fact, I'll read that now. Make sure there's no beasties. Oh, sorry, sir. Wow, this is a lot. It's my first day on the job and I've already been to the lavatory 5 times. This morning, I really must relax. I just have to remember I'm a doctor in an underground vault where nobody has so much as the common cold. Honestly, how bad can things get? I love that. Miss Lewis has the worst case of hypochondria I've ever seen. She's convinced herself that the air filtration system is causing her breathing problems. It's quite simple. The more she panics, the more she hyperventilates. I tried to explain this to her and she shouted me down. She's on her way down to the overseer's office to make a formal complaint about me. Not bad for my first week. Overseer was kind enough to stop by the clinic this morning. He said he was merely doing the rounds, but I am not a fool. He was checking in because Miss Lewis. On the bright side, the overseer seemed genuinely pleased with how we're running things. Take that, Miss Lewis, you big fat bitch. Well, this is something I've never thought I'd see in my lifetime. In the early hours of the morning, all the alarms sounded. I've never heard such a ruckus. Security staff were everywhere in minutes. Turns out someone from the outside managed to breach their way in here. Security brought me up to one of the storerooms to conduct some scans, and that's when I saw him. Well, I assumed it's him. He's horribly disfigured. His skin has been ravaged by what I can only guess is radiation burns. We're currently prepping our new guest for surgery. Poor man is in so much pain he passed out on his way to the clinic. He's taken quite a bad fall, which has resulted in a pretty bad broken leg. Weirdly, other than... my God, my voice is going... Weirdly, other than the bone that's currently protruding out of his leg, the rest of his health seems normal. Is this what's become of the rest of the human race? Pretty much. So our new guest, Edward, has been alert and responsive for a few days now, but his leg is healing at an unprecedented rate. When changing his bandage, I took note that the wound itself looked as if it were weeks old, not just a few days. Edward must have seen the look of surprise in my face, because he then proceeded to tell me that For decades, he has never been sick, and whenever he's injured himself, it took no time at all to heal. Hear my voice, there's something in the back of my throat. It appears that there are pros and cons to gene damage. The scientists downstairs research have suddenly become very interested in our guest. They've requested all the data I have on him. I'm supposed to bring the data and Edward down to research this evening so they can run some tests of their own. I ran the request by Edward himself and he's agreed. He's too accommodating. I'm going to keep my eye on him whilst he's down there. Something doesn't feel right. The overseer has informed me that I have to start administering the mandatory inoculations tomorrow. We have to tell people it acts as a sort of booster for the body's immune system. I find this all very suspect. For one, the boys down in research aren't permitting me to run my own tests on this serum. And they don't provide me with any details to how it functions. I haven't even been here a month yet, and I'm already thinking about going against the overseer on this. Nice. That Miss Lewis sounds like a big stupid bitch. And the rest of it seems awful. Just awful. But then again, that's a vault for you. I can unlock, you piece of shit. Unlock, you sack of nonsense.
That's it.
Fuck you, Mrs. Lewis. I hope one of you's Mrs. Lewis. Hey, where'd the other one go? Oh. I'll learn to aim one day. Don't you worry. Just here my fucking throat is fucked. But where am I off to? Oh, Jesus, hop along, McGee. Hello, you two. Oh, fuck me with a grenade. Let's take another little look around. Whoop. Oh. Let's just follow the signs, actually. Securita. Oh, security. Maybe they've got an armory or something. Not that I really need a weapon.
Got it.
Oh, this is just a hallway. This is just a stinking hallway. Well, I forgot all about you, didn't I? Boom! Ew, cars. I don't want to see one of these guys taking a shit. Alright, so been here. Come on, you piece of shit. You know what? Novice lock, see if it's not if it's like a master lock or something, it's fine to struggle with. But when you're struggling with a novice lock, it just makes you look like a nutter. Peekaboo. Oh. I remember that. I've been to that bit actually. Yeah, it's a barber. Hey, what you doing? Get on my damn floor. And face me like a man. I think I've been everywhere. Oh yeah, we're finally getting to... Oh god. Finally getting up. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, bam, 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 bam. Ooh.
Who's there?
Oh.
What?
Hey, so wait a minute. There's ghouls, normal ghouls on the first floor, and on the third floor. Take this, eat that shit. And now there's, but there's ferals on the, so in between them. How the hell do they do that? Gotta pass by the ferals to get to one another. This is insane. Receptionist terminal. Oh shit, I wonder what the receptionist thinks about all this. They're not going to clean up the bodies. Okay.
Where'd you go?
I'm not telling you where I went. Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet. Oh my. Sir, you had that in your face.
What the?
Are you in prison? Is this prison? I just busted you out, lady, and you tried to attack me. Oh, you firing green shit. Oh my god. Research term. Oh. Oh. Private jet, though. Mr. Feeling just left, sir. We've sent him back up to residential. Excellent, I assume everything went smoothly. Well, he showed up, escorted by Dr. Whittaker, who asked us why this wasn't the sort of test she could perform up in the clinic, but we simply instructed her to wait out. Wait, up in the clinic? Aren't we up right now? But we simply instructed her to wait out in the atrium. She was hesitant, but eventually obliged. Seriously, the throat is so tender right now. I see. It would seem we may need to keep an eye on her for the time being. So what happens now? Well, 4 vials of blood were taken, which is more than enough needed to construct the serum. We have the instruction you sent over, so work will get underway immediately. When can we expect to see it completed? It should be ready for administration on Monday, sir. Outstanding. Keep me informed. Overseer's left a conversation. Don't you just hate it when you see that at the bottom of the screen? Oh, I'm just wrecking the joint here. Alright, who's next for the bullet gangbang? Peekaboo. Oh, are you friendly? Now you seem alright. Actually, I'll have a little word with him. Excuse me.
Why, hello there. Would you be interested in seeing my wares? They're a bit
Oh,
dusty,
oh
but
my.
I'm sure everything tastes just fine.
That sounds disgusting. Look at your knick-knack robot.
I'm not to worry, just pop along the next time you...
Yes, fine, thank you. Goodbye now. Just hate it when they try and pressure you with a sales pitch. Dusty. I want to eat your dusty wares.
Nice.
Oh! I mean, he was gonna throw a punch anyway. Hello, sir.
Here we go.
These bastards don't stand a chance. Bathrobe McGee again? Oi! The hell were they doing in here? Either take a shit or don't. Don't just stand there.
Come on. Who's that?
Oh, I can hear him. Oh yeah, it's him. Okay, so where exactly is this taking me? Screening?
Gotta find the terminal.
Gosh darn it. School curriculum compliance with okay, so this is just like this just looks like appointments, which I suppose makes sense since it's a terminal for the reception. What you doing? You're drunk. Overseer, yeah. Let's end this shit now. Oh, it's time.
No way to pick this.
Oh shit, have I missed something?
Trick of the light.
Oh, there was an overseer's key. I was supposed to pick it up off a doctor. I didn't see any doctor down there though. You ain't no doctor. Oh. Oh yeah, Dr. Farrow, okay. Doctors with plasma throwers. No, 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 no.